From 1910 to 1945, Korea had been under the imperial rule of Japan, during which not only nationalism and freedom suffered, but also Christianity and education. After 34 years of oppression, Korea was finally liberated from Japanese colonialism on August 15, 1945. During such times of crisis, Yonsei College and Severance Medical School, the predecessors of Yonsei University, supported the independence and modernization of Korea in ways that are in line with the global sustainable development goals. Having endured Japanese oppression, such as the prohibition of Korean classes and forced name change, Yonsei College reopened its gates with the advent of liberation on November 6, 1945. The next year, it was officially recognized as a university with 4 colleges and 11 departments. It also became Korea's first co-ed university. Yonsei College's notable contribution after the liberation was the development of Korean astronomy, especially through the works of Lee Won-chul. He was a student at Yonsei College and later became the first Korean natural science doctor. Upon liberation, he devoted himself to restoring and operating the Gwangsangdae Pavilion, the central meteorological observation in Korea. This became the current National Weather Service, the Ki-Gwan-chong, thanks to his 15 years of serving as the first captain. A true servant leader, he donated his entire fortune to the YMCA upon his death. Such contribution is in line with the Sustainable Development Goals of providing advanced quality education. Severance Medical School, which was located in front of the Seoul Station, also greatly contributed to sustaining peace, order, and welfare of the society. Although the liberalization was much welcomed, the country was in disarray at the dawn of a new era. During this time of chaos, Severance students formed many groups to carry out relief activities and maintain public order. Many people who came through the Seoul Station were suffering from diseases or injuries, which were treated by the Severance medical students. At first, patients were taken care of at the South Gate Church. But as more patients came in, more room was needed. The students successfully acquired a building from a popular Japanese businessman to house the patients and provide them with food and water. War victims faced another problem. They did not have the money to return to their hometowns. In order to help people return home, Severance students persuaded the Seoul Station to issue a free pass stamped with Severance School, also known as Severance 학도대. Anyone carrying this pass could travel anywhere in Korea free of charge. Also, the victims were given new clothes in case they were rejected from riding the train because of their shabby and worn-out clothes. Severance was the only college that made such accommodations and aid work possible, which furthered the sustainable development goals of providing basic healthcare, justice, security, and education for all. Severance also made educational progress after the liberation with the beginning of Korea's first organized department of anesthesia and pain medicine at Severance Medical College. From then on, anesthesia was recognized as an independent subject of medical training, and it became very important in the coming years because the Korean War begot many patients who needed surgeries. However, only 5 years after the much welcome liberation, Korea fell into the grips of civil war on June 25, 1950. Yonsei College once again closed its doors because of this tragedy. Severance was used as a field hospital for those who needed help and treatment. It also built relief hospitals in Wonju, Cheongdo, and Gaoje Island to cure refugees and soldiers. Yonsei and Severance recovered from the war and continued in their expansion. While Severance Hospital began its construction in Sinchon, talks of affiliation with the Yonsei College arose. Finally, on March 23, 1957, Yonsei and Severance was merged into one school under the name of Yonsei University. Today, Yonsei University is part of the global community working towards realizing global sustainable development goals. With 150 years of history, it partners with over 650 institutions in 70 countries to nurture leaders equipped with well-rounded knowledge and the Christian spirit to set humanity free in truth. Its current goals are to provide innovative solutions through hyperconnectivity of different fields, thereby sustaining the environment and bringing the world together. As Yonseians, we ask, Are we willing to do the same for our country during troubled times? We want to remember the spirit of dedication and perseverance and be a contribution to the betterment of society. We would like to remember our university's famous verse, "The truth will set you free." We hope that every Yonseian takes heart to this verse and motto and applies it to their daily lives and be a light unto the world.